Hi, I'm sorry. It seems that I've waited forever to get connected to YouTube. Anyway, what I did is I redid the middle one, this one, that was supposed to be for the largest part because I had the hunch that it wouldn't be enough. So I kind of tripled. So go and look back at the quantities I did for it and then triple them because I realized it wouldn't have been enough. What can I say about today? It's going to be one of the hottest days of the summer here. I've been avoiding turning on the computers even after 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And because they do put out heat, you know. So anyway, hi Sharon, hi Christina. So I'm going to start building the cane. I still will need to do 1 or 2 more Skinner blends. This one that I did is the same as I did pretty much this one, only with less red than the tiny one that I did here. So to start, I'm going to start from the largest. If you look at the photo of the rosebud, hi Darla, hi Janine, you can see that the largest of the petals shown full is the one kind of like in the middle. And I'm going to start with that one. What it is very hard to do, it can be done, but it involves a lot, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot of Skinner blending, and it's very complicated. So I'm going to actually cheat a bit on that one and not do. You notice that right at the middle here it has a little bit of a darker pink, and again that can be done, but it would take too long to do that on a live. And if I would have done it separately, hi Colleen, I would have had to put up something to show you how it's done. So I decided to skip it entirely. Now, let me get to the image so that I can show you better. Now you see that the very bottom of it is pretty much wedged here. So we'll have to kind of squeeze it out a lot, that is. And let me show you how you can squeeze it out without messing up the whole thing. So what you want to do is don't push from here, because if you push from here you're going to flatten this part. So you practically push like this on the table, so that you only get a little bit. If these get a little distorted, it's perfect. It's just ideal to do it because the veins on the petal are not straight line veins. So you do the same on the other side. And I'm going to finish. It's going to take me a little bit long to do it this way, not going on the tile, but as you can see, you can do it little by little. And don't forget to press from time to time, because by squeezing this part, the clay, as you can see, goes woof like this. So the very bottom part is the most squeezed one, and you want to make sure that you get this whole thing pretty even here. Now let's look again, because one side should be a little bit more squeezed than the other. As you can see on the right side, there's more squeezing, because this side is a little bit more rounded here. Hi, Lyanka. And we have a little bit of a turn. So don't ever, as you do the squeezing in, don't ever push on the opposite part, because you're going to deform it the wrong way. So getting to this. And then this part is a little bit cut here. So I'm going to use an actual cutter. You can use a round cutter if you want. Let me make this small again. And I'm going to cut this out. And then another very important thing that you need to do is to actually make sure that this is straight, this edge, because it would look really nasty if you don't do this. All right. So the next part, we are going to have to deform these so they would go properly. Actually, let me grab. One of them is a little bit darker. The one on this side is a little bit darker. So this one will go rounded here. So first of all, let me make it a little fatter and stockier. To get closer to. Yeah, no, we are good. So the one with the darker red is going to be like this, but one of these sides has to be, so I am doing, oops, not on this way, this way. I am doing the bottom right outside of the petal, okay, not the part on top that's flopped over. All right, so number one, this needs to be rounded. And again, I'm going to round it like this, pressing from the middle, not pressing on the top. And once again, rounding it up like this. So this would be the part. Now I'm going to have to get it a little bit. I might have too much. Might have to cut a piece of it. And yeah, at this point I can do on the opposite side. Yeah, it is too much, so I'm going to reduce it a little bit to cut part of it. Even more. Doesn't have to be much smaller, but it should be about here. And I'll show you how to use all this stuff that we have here later. Now, very important, as you can see on these two, we have two, I don't even know how to call them. Like on a graph, you'd have two peaks. So we have two peaks there that need to be done. And I'm going to use, you can use anything that you have on a smaller. Is this good? No, this is not good. I need two. So you can use a brush handle, enough that you can make 3 dips. So one smaller here, one smaller here, and one larger in the very middle. So try to hold it so that you do not deform too much the back of it. And then another one right here. And then one right in the middle. By the way, these are from the deformers, cane deformers that Tiny Pandora has. Only they are the round ones. Okay, so this one is really, the one that is on top is really small. And this one also has a little bit, but what I need to do is to actually make sure that I form a good impression here in the middle. Alrighty, so this would be it. Yes, one of my kitties has a hairball. Alright, and then the color of these, there's another thing that we need to do. The colors of these are a little bit darker. Oh, it's shimmers way too much again. Too fast and is throwing it up. Are you okay? Okay, so I'm going to just reduce this. And we need to reduce this like in 3 different sections, because one of them is going in the middle, and there we need a larger one. So this will be 1. Then the one on top is a little bit smaller. So this will be the one on top, and the one on the bottom is the smallest. Okay, and each of them are going to be slightly Now, one thing that I want you to notice, because this will be very important. You see between the two overlapping inside top petal, there is a little bit of whitish. That's of course from the light. So one thing that I'm going to do is to make myself a little bit of very, very light pink. And that should take me a few minutes. All right, so as you can see, it's not white, but it's a very, very, very light piece. So I did the top, the middle. Now let me do the top. The same will happen for the top, only the top will be slightly, gently outside the whole thing. And I will make the filling of the cane, so I don't keep you too much, and make the filling of the cane in a separate video. That the only thing I'm going to do will be to enhance the speed of it, so that you can see how to fill around the rows, I mean, with translucent. So we are talking about this and this, and you want your things here to kind of pop. And what you're going to do is let me do this once again, because it got messed up a little, but you have to go on the very thin. I need to clean my machine again. I've been doing some you know, mixing mud clay with the blackout. I have so much mud clay I cannot even begin to tell you. All right, so this is my smallest. I'm going to start with just half of it. Kind of feather this half in, and then I'm going to do the full middle one. And with a little bit of a now, very careful how you place them here. They should be right here. This one is a little bit too big. I knew it was too big because it was going too much towards the end of the other one. So this will go on kind of coming out like this a little bit. And that's what you need to do before doing this is put these two together. It will need to go to cut a little bit, and then on the small one the same thing. This one might be too big too. Hi, Emmy. That's a cute handle you got yourself. All right, and then we'll do the same thing with this third one. All it's going to do is to give it a little bit of popping. Then this goes here. This will be out a little bit. This is still a little bit too big, so I'm going to reduce it to cut some. Now remember, this is something that I just picked the design of, and I am constructing and figuring it out as I go, just to show you how to work with this type of, how to make all right. So now I'm going to do a little bit of, and I need to do really well marked stuff here. Here's my needle. I don't find my needle. Let me get a toothpick. Okay, so I need one here and I need one here. So what I'm going to do is to grab a little cutter that's got, and make sure that I go through all this all the way in where I've put my marks. And then here we are going to go again with making the little dips that we lost in the meantime. But they need to be quite so you want to pinch these. Yeah, as I said, it was too big. These need to be out pinched. I didn't work as good as I thought they would. Well, now we have another. We have the one here and the one here, and let's see how that works. So it's got a little thing and then a bigger thing, and here we have the yellow on this side, and this side needs to be rounded up. So the left part of the yellow end needs to be rounded up. Okay, this part didn't come up well. Going to go like this, and it has a big chunk of petal going in here. It should go like this, but I'm going to do something about it. First of all, I'm going to cut a piece of this. And what I need is another little piece of yellow. So I'm going to add, this time I'm going to add little petals all over. So I cut one of the, I have one of the pieces that I cut from here. Even if this is a flower, I'm going to go ahead and say that I think this should probably be done with female. And let's give it a little bit of a light here. I am going to get that petal effect. I am. No, this needs to be all the way here. This is going to be like this. And then I need the bigger one here. And you notice on the bigger one, the petal that is the most left, there is a slight gradient with lighter on the right, so I just need to shape it properly. And it's much maybe I I should have gotten a bigger piece. Let me get a bigger piece here. And all these little pieces that I'm extracting, they are going to be definitely used. So here, now, here I need a little piece of a darker pink, not super dark, but darker. And I'm going to get just pieces of that I cut off with a little bit of darker, the kind of like the darker part always in. Enough. So let me just make a little sausage out of it. That's okay, Elaine. Thank you for making it. Alright, see what I'm talking about? There's a little darker spot between the reversed petal of the middle petal and the reversed petal of the left hand side petal. And you know that until you cut the whole thing, you cannot really see much. So, is this dark enough? No, I think I'm gonna put a tiny bit more red in it. And I know I'm not giving you actual quantities, but I'm just going, when I say a tiny bit, for me, a tiny bit is like this. This is a tiny bit. When I say a tiny bit is half of that, and the super tiny bit is something like that. And a lot of times, and I'm not kidding you, a lot of times just a tiny bit can make the whole difference. Okay, so this one is shaped like a flattened triangle. Cut it. I'm gonna put this here because I might need it for later. And a flattened triangle. Yeah, I know I need to trim my fingernails. Usually that's an hour of work for that, so. We are going to get it right here. Still needs a little bit less. Where's my big thing? This is my small thing. And here what I need to do, be very careful because I have this thing here, right? What I need to do is make a little lip thing here. Try to make it even throughout the whole thing. Place this here. Will be this, and again I'm going to try and do that little light thing, and this is going to go here. Still don't like too much what happened here. I'm not happy with it. I might redo it. Alright, now on the top we have again a very thin, and I'm going to use the first one that I chose, and do 2 cuts. That I go all the way with a cut, which I didn't. And another little cut here. I'm actually going to cut this into to manipulate it better. Going to get here, and of course with the lighter and get it through the pasta machine one more time with the lighter pink. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of this lighter pink here. And remember that there are 2 rose cane tutorials on my channel, and now that you can actually search on channels, you can put in the search box rose cane, and you will find both of them. One is the regular rose cane that everybody is using, and the other one is one that I came up with. Okay, and then I'm going to use the smallest one the same way. You know what, I think that this should have been the subject of an uploaded video, not live, because it's so complicated and all that. And by the way, my fibroflare is not entirely gone. I still have bouts of fatigue. And I'm going to do something that normally is not done. That is, I might cut through this just to make sure that I'm going the right way. have to go very, very. If this doesn't work, I'm going to end it here and just make an uploaded tutorial. Yeah, it's not exactly what I envisioned it to be. Because I'm starting to get not entirely happy with how this is going on. This should be like this, because it's going to get some translucent in here. This should be more like this. I mean, it might look okay once it is, actually it is coming up all right. I'm just fussy. It does. When you look at it in a smaller size, it's going to look just fine. Anyway, with this I can still do some stuff. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this separately in an uploaded tutorial, because it will take probably another 2 sessions to do this properly. But this is how you start. Now I'm going to give you, before I do the tutorial, and I will be doing it, I promise you, because I'm working on stuff, but as I said, it's coming up. My only thing was that starting tomorrow I'll be able to bake. I avoided baking because the oven heat 140 degrees. Right now we have, it's 113, and we have 103, sorry. Now they say 103. We have 99. Feels like 106. So you can imagine how it's going to be when it's 103. Probably feels, we had heat index of 110 2 days ago, so probably it's going to go above that. So I'll be able to, what did I do? I'll be able to be baking, because that's the only reason why I didn't post any new tutorial on the channel, because they're both involving baking, and I've been avoiding making heat because I don't even want to think what my power bill is going to be. So of everything that I've shown you, how I made this, you'll just have to go a little bit darker. And actually I'm gonna make a couple more petals before we finish this. Yeah, but you understand why. And as I said, I avoid having the computer on. The laptop is the only one that I use, but it doesn't put up some. Yeah, absolutely it will bake. I mean, I did the other day when we had 110 heat index, I did the egg thing. I put an egg in a cast iron, and I put it outside in the sun. It took about 5 minutes, but it was fried. It got fried. So yeah, starting tomorrow, because we are supposed to have much lower, because I don't know how to tell you. Let me go back on the. See, the low is usually happens when it gets like 6 o'clock up to 7 o'clock in the morning. But when the low is close to 80, not much you can do. You know, you kind of need to keep the house cool all the time. And as you can see, even tomorrow morning it's going to be 76, but we had like 79 and even 80. But after that it's going to be cool enough. So see, in this period of several hours, my AC doesn't kick in because there's not such a big difference. But when the AC is practically non-stop, I try, it only maybe stops for half an hour in the morning. I try not to put too much strain and too much stuff. So as I showed you, maybe not tomorrow morning about the baking, but definitely Tuesday morning I'll be able to bake. And I have 3 uploaded videos that will be uploaded, that I'm at the very last step. They are on the point of being baked, and I wrapped them nicely. I wrapped everything, and they're there. Yeah, I'm not cooking. The only thing is I use the microwave from time to time, but I've been going on salad and cold cuts all this time. And after that, it's supposed to get on a much normal, with low 90s as highs and very low 70s, even upper 60s. So I hope to catch up on that. But anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to work on this probably, I don't know, I don't think today, because I had to go outside and water, and when I got back in, I was completely exhausted. But definitely tomorrow, when it won't be that hot, and I'll be able to work on this and hopefully have it uploaded by Wednesday. And in the meantime, what I want to, there's going to be a couple of tutorials that are about those pretty texture rollers I got from Play. And then it's going to be soon, what I can tell you, there's going to be soon pretty much, we are not yet sure about the format we're going to do it, but there's going to be a live with a demo and with some gift certificates from Play. So we'll see how we do with that. And then I'm going to have, probably not next Sunday, but maybe the Sunday after that or during the week, another unboxing from Play. And so no, one of the tutorials that's coming is with the rollers, the other one is with the little stamplers, the cutting things that I did the trial, was it 2 Sundays ago? And then hopefully, because the other thing, I'm going to be very honest with you, I'm running out of white, black, I ran out of cadmium yellow, and I have very little cadmium red left, and a little bit of ultramarine. And while the temperatures are so high, I don't, even with Trish's exceptional packaging, I don't dare to order clay. But when with this heat thing going going away, I'll be able to order more clay, and I won't. Anyway, so the third tutorial is a mica shift / Moku Megane thing combination, and we'll have that done. But yeah, on this I do have enough clay to make a tutorial on an uploaded tutorial that probably will get easier if explained in steps that I bit more than I could chew, and not necessarily more that I could chew, but I realized that the way that this cane is going is very hard to keep up on a live stream. It's not really a live stream thing, proper thing, and there's that. So I'm going to upload this, as I said, maybe not Tuesday, but Wednesday for sure. I'm going to upload this, so you'll have it. And in the meantime, do not forget that I do have the memberships installed, and in case you didn't look, most of my 4 gemstones and other paid tutorials are, let me get back to the display cap. Paid tutorials are uploaded. I still have the Peter site and the one Tiger Eye and the Maramamba. Actually, let me show you on the videos. This way it's easier. So visibility, let's show only the members ones. So this is my back end of the channel. As you can see, there's the full choroid fire opal, full blue lace agate, variegated tiger's eye. These are 2 techniques. I still need to upload the project for this. Golden tiger's eye, and sea turtle. There's another piece that was only for the members. Bumblebee. And a lot of others. And also everything, it's not yet everything selected, but there will be everything that was sponsors only before. It will be for members. So not the top. You don't have to be a super member, just a plain member, to have access to all the former sponsored lives. And as you can see, there are many. It's about 110 of them that it shows now. So I enabled 110 of them. There's about 200 something left that I have to go through and change the visibility on. So there's a lot to watch if you become a member. Yeah, it is. It's a problem worldwide. That's not a question. But again, I want to show you this so that it would be easy for you to explain. I'm going to separate it into segments, and then put the segments together, and then put the whole rose cane together, because I think that's an easier way for you to understand how that would work. Yeah, we had 40, let me see, so 40, 104. Yeah, but I don't know if you know what heat index is, Christina. It's depending, and yes, the problem is worldwide. It's depending on the humidity in the air. It can feel hotter or less hot. Like, let's take the tropical jungle and a place like Arizona, or New Mexico, which are fairly dry. In the jungle, it feels much hotter because of the humidity, while in the desert it feels less hot because there is no humidity. So here the temperature would be 40, but the heat index would be like over 43 Celsius. So it can be really bad, and we do have a pretty good humidity right now, because I can hear my It's not a lot. It's what, 39, but still is. I can hear my AC going, you know, just getting rid of the water thing, the dehumidifying. Anyway, so look forward for a Wednesday, and also in time remember that I have to show the members. They have a 3 days ahead. They will see everything that I'm posting 3 days ahead. All the public tutorials, they will have 3 days ahead access, and hopefully by Saturday, at least Sunday, as soon as I get them ready, I'll be pushing them out. So expect more. But again, it was the fibro flare and the heat. I wonder if they were related in any way. Anyway, see you all next Sunday, and look forward for a few tutorials to be posted, at least 2 tutorials to be posted this week. Thank you so much, and don't forget to thumbs up and my affiliate links. Thank you. Bye.